Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Nushi, and today we're going to be doing a video on the time I was the side chick. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, comment any, suggestions you have for other videos, and let me know, am I a good storyteller? This was like 2015 or like the end of 2014. It was the end of 2014 because it was actually December when this happened. This all started with a DM. One day I went into my Instagram DM and I got a DM from a man with a blue check mark. And I was like, okay, I don't know where he found me. I must have popped up on his popular page, but he didn't have that many followers. I Googled him. He was somebody of, higher stature. I'm not gonna say what he did, but yeah, he was essentially famous. I answered. He asked me where I was from and what my name was. We got to talking on DM, we exchanged conversation, and eventually we exchanged phone numbers. So as we got to know each other, we decided to link up. I didn't want to link up with him one-on-one because it's just, risky to link up with people one-on-one that you meet on social media. So he was actually throwing a house party and he invited me. So I came and he had a lot of guests there. And it was fun. It was a good time. I got to meet his friends who were also of higher stature. So that was pretty cool. And yeah, we hit it off. We hung out for a couple of weeks here and there. We went on a couple of dates, but I had just got out of a 5-year relationship. So I told him that I wasn't really looking for anything and he understood, but he did like me. So he did want to see me, but we never crossed any type of lines. We never kissed, nothing. I don't do those things anyway until I'm comfortable, whether it be the first day or the 5th day or the 100th day. I don't do it till I'm comfortable, and I just wasn't comfortable with doing that, just getting out of a relationship. So fast forward, he ended up telling me about his life. He told me he had a daughter and that she lived in the South where he's from. He told me that his sister brings his daughter up to see him every once in a while so that he can still spend time with her, but for the most part, he lives here. And I thought that was so sweet. It didn't run me away because I am very attracted to good fathers. I think that's the best thing you can be as a man, is a good dad. So didn't run me away. We got to know each other. It was really cool until one day he tried to kiss me. And I had told him that I wasn't comfortable with kissing him. So it really threw me off. I got upset. I left and I didn't talk to him for about a week. A week into us not speaking, I get a text message while I'm in class from, let's call him Jeremy. And Jeremy proceeds to tell me that he misses me and he'd like to see me and he really needs to talk to me about something. And I'm just like, okay, well, I'm in class. And he's like, no, I need to talk to you. I'm like, well, okay, I get out of the class at 7 o'clock. So at 7 o'clock, we'll talk. He's like, well, you have to come here for us to talk. Like, I want to have a face-to-face talk. And I'm just thinking, like, what could we possibly have to talk about that serious? But you know what? I'm going to respect what he wants and I'm going to come and I'm going to talk to him because he's a nice guy. So I show up to his apartment and his apartment building is kind of complex. Like, it's a bunch of apartment complexes all in one area, kind of like a, gated community. So it took me time to find it. I walked up to his door and I knocked on the door, but a woman answered. I was really thrown off when she answered, so I asked if I was at the wrong door. But she said, no, I think he was expecting you. Are you here to see Jeremy? And I'm like, yeah, I am. She's like, okay, come on in. He's upstairs playing video games with, let's call his best friend, Kyle. He's upstairs at Kyle's apartment playing video games, so he'll be down in a minute. I'll text him for you. So she texted him. My phone was dead, so she put my phone on the charger for me, and I put my bag down, and when I walked in, I saw his daughter. And I'm like, oh, you're his sister. And she's like, yeah. How'd you know? I'm like, yeah, he told me about how his sister brings his daughter up to see him. It's so nice to finally meet her and all this other stuff. So we sat down and got to talking. She asked me how long I knew him and how long we've been dating. And I told her that nothing had happened and I told her why. And she understood, and it was just a really nice conversation. His daughter was sitting on my lap, trying to say my name. She's like a little 2-year-old, so it was really cute. 20 minutes goes by and she's like, I don't know where he is. I texted him, maybe we should just go up. And I'm like, okay, yeah, that's fine, we can go up. So we get up, she grabs his daughter, and we start walking up the stairs. And the way his apartment complex was, each floor was a different apartment. So once we got up the stairs, we were at his friend's apartment. So she gets really close to the door and like knocks on the door really hard. But she's like standing really close to the door, like almost kissing the door. So I'm like, his sister is weird. But whatever, it's none of my business. And he opens the door. I'm guessing he looked in the peephole and saw that it was her. So he opens the door and she pushes past him. And he's a big guy, you guys. Like, he's like 6'6" and really big and built. So her pushing past him, like, I just thought it was so weird. I'm like, what is she, angry? So she goes past him and I start to follow behind her. And then he stands and like kind of blocks the doorway. And I'm like, what are you doing? He just like looks at me like, what? And I'm like, well, you asked me to come here and you're up here playing video games. You knew what time I was coming and what are you doing? And he's just like, let's go downstairs. Let's just go downstairs. And I'm like, okay, it must be serious. We gotta talk in private. So we start to go downstairs and I see his sister trailing behind without the daughter. She must have put his daughter down. So I'm just like, your sister's coming? Like, your sister's weird. And he's just silent and just stares at me. And his sister comes in between us and looks at me and she goes, oh, I'm not his sister. I'm his fiance. You guys, my heart dropped. Like, when I tell you my heart dropped, I was so confused. Great, like, does she want to fight me? And she's just like, girl, don't worry. I don't want to fight you. I'm not mad at you. You seem like a really sweet girl. I can see why he would pick you. And I'm just like, what the fuck is going on right now? So she proceeds to tell me that she stole his phone and he thought that he lost it. So he had already, like, you know, accepted the fact that he lost it and said he was going to get a new one in the morning. So when he went upstairs with his friend, she proceeded to text me, and she basically was the one that was texting me the whole time to come talk to him because he had deleted our text thread between me and him, but he hadn't deleted the text thread from the night that I went to the house party with his friends. He had a group chat going and they were talking about me. And his friends were telling him what a great job he did picking me and all his plans with me, and they can't wait to see what he does with me. And she was just telling me all this stuff that he was saying about me behind my back that I had no idea. And yeah, she was just saying that, like, you know, I may have not had any intentions with him, but he had a lot. So I just tell her I'm sorry and tell her that I'm ready to go and ask if I can go get my purse and my phone. And she's like, yeah. So we start going down the stairs and, you know, we go into his apartment. I proceed to grab my phone and my purse and I just hear, you guys, she hit this man over the head with a frying pan. A frying pan. And not like those little ones that you cook eggs with. No. A frying pan bigger than my head. Like, she hit him over the head with a frying pan. I was out of there. Like, I ran out of there so fast because I'm like, this guy has status. Like, I don't want the news to come, because he hit the ground. Like, he literally fell to the ground. I don't know if he passed out. I didn't even look to see if he was okay. I was out of there because I'm like, I don't want any type of publicity from this. So the next day, I get a text from Jeremy and he's just like, I'm so sorry. I can't believe that happened. I was stupid. I just want you to know, if this makes you feel any better, you were the only other girl. You guys, what do you think? You think that made me feel better? I didn't answer him. I ended up deleting his phone number and that was that. I never talked to him again. I see him on social media. They're still together. They have another child. So I don't know, maybe they worked it out. Maybe he never did it again. Maybe he did do it again and she just hit him over the head again. I don't know. That's their business. I am not involved anymore. And I don't even have his number anymore. Thank you guys so much for watching. yeah, just watch who you're dating and watch who you're texting. Don't show up for any meetings that you didn't plan. Let me know, you guys. I have a lot of stories I could tell you guys, like a whole lot. I felt like I was on an episode of Love and Hip Hop when this happened, but I have so much more stories for you guys. Please let me know if you want to hear it. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.